I met Julius. I was doing a lot of stuff. I was living in Atlanta, and I was doing a fashion show, or a part of a team doing a fashion show in Greensboro at A&T. And it just so happened that the fashion show was going to be in a few months, and my friend Kawana's birthday was coming up, and I missed everybody's event, so I said, I'm coming to go to Kawana's birthday just to hang out with her for her birthday. And I came to Raleigh, and that weekend that I was in Raleigh, the Peppers, Rick and Karen Peppers, had a cookout at their house. And so Camila Cookie, she invited me to come to her parents' house for a cookout. And so I went to her parents' house for a cookout, and I met Julius at the Peppers' house that night.
I think Camila, the Peppers' daughter, invited her. She might have, I don't know, I'm thinking that her daughter might have told her how good looking I was, and I don't know. But, you know, the rest is history. I mean, that's how we met.
We were playing, whenever we go to the Peppers' house, we have like this nice jam session. We pull out the mics. We have just a really good time.
We just came, you know, the musicians, we got together, you know, we in our zone, we just playing, you know, and we just hitting some tunes or whatever. And Camila, you know, they're singing, they got the microphone, and Letitia, you know, I'm playing the keyboard, just focus on my music, because I'm about my music, you know, I'm about my music. And, you know, I was just playing, you know, and I look up, you know, she's singing, I noticed, you know, she was just, you know, looking at me. I mean, I was looking at her too, but, you know, I was in my music.
We didn't really talk. I mean, we had like a group conversation about, you know, I'm in Atlanta, what are you gonna do? And I think the biggest thing, I guess, that triggered everybody's ears, I don't think it triggered Julius's ears, but it triggered everybody's ears because Mr. Rick asked me, well, when are you coming back to North Carolina? When are you coming back here? I said, you know, I see North Carolina as a place for me when I'm ready to settle down. I don't think anytime soon, but that's when I imagined that I would come back to North Carolina. Lo and behold, you know, that was in June. In November, I moved back to North Carolina.
And then she was singing a song. What did she start singing? She started singing a song, like baby, 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 I need you. We were playing it, you know, but then she was looking at me and pointing at me. I mean, I didn't know what to do, you know, so.
But at the end of the evening, they left. You know, we just kind of exchanged glances at the Peppers' house when everybody's making their to-go plates. We didn't do any side conversations, but I think he befriended Cookie on Facebook, and then he befriended me on Facebook, and we started just kind of communicating on Facebook, and then we exchanged phone numbers. Our initial communication was like, hi, do you remember me? What's your number? It wasn't anything detailed, but we exchanged phone numbers, and that was it. We texted, we talked, and it was awesome.
I just continued on playing. I made that part about that, but, you know, I just caught her eye, you know, we caught her eye, and, you know, that's it, you know.
And we Skyped, we did a whole lot because I lived in Atlanta, so we were Skyping each other a lot and having lots of conversations and writing songs via Skype. He's playing on the keyboard and I'm singing and trying to match his lyrics, and we really just connected. And I had to come back in July for Cookie's birthday, and when I came back in July, a month later or so, for Cook Camila's birthday party, that's when we really had like a whole week for me to really like spend time together, and we instantly like connected. It was like, it was done at that time. We met later for his birthday. Later that month we met in Charlotte for his birthday, and he doesn't go out anywhere. So I kind of challenged him to step outside of his comfort zone and travel and do things. And so, because he stays in his little circle. So we met in Charlotte and hung out for his birthday, and you know, we've been super tight ever since.
Our first date was at a birthday party at Camila's. Camila had a birthday party, and Letitia came. She was living in Atlanta. She came back down to sing background for her. I think they had some type of show. So we kind of hooked up there and talked a little bit, you know. That was our first date. It was pretty cool, you know.
Our first date was interesting. It wasn't like a date, it was like our first encounter, if you will. He has a son, And during that time that I was in town, it was one of my many trips back and forth to North Carolina, and he had his son. And we were at the Pepper's house for 4th of July. And it was that same weekend that it was Camilla's birthday party. And we hung out at the Pepper's house for 4th of July, and we were sitting outside in the back porch. Everybody went on the inside of the house, and we were the only ones sitting outside on the back porch under the gazebo. Like, just, they don't have a gazebo, but it's like a little umbrella table. And we were just talking, and you kind of turn around and look, and everybody's like peeking out the window, joking and laughing and looking, because we're the only ones sitting outside. But Julius plays a lot, he jokes a lot, he kind of keeps you on your toes. That's why he's so interesting. That's why, as the type of person that I am, like I kind of jump into, like you only have to give me like you tell me once that you like me, and then I'm just all over it. And I refuse to do that with Julius, because I'm like, this is different, and I'm not gonna just ruin this. And just he gave me a little, and you know, I don't know, it's just something about him that he just kind of keeps you on your toes. He kept me interested, and he's so quiet and so different. He's not quiet, but when you first meet him, he gives you this quiet personality. But he totally gave me something he gave me and introduced me to somebody or something that I've never been introduced before. And so that's what I was interested in. And so we sat outside and we talked, we laughed, we joked. And you know, that was our first encounter. He had his son with him. And when we went inside the house, we shared a little ice, Italian ices. We shared a little Italian ice sitting in the living room at the Pepper's house. That was our first date, if you will.
How did I know Letitia was the one? I don't know, it was just kind of over time, it kind of really hit me after our trip to Charlotte. You know, we met up for my birthday, and we went out, and just over that course of time, through the conversation and just her personality, you know, it's just totally different than any other person I met. She's real genuine, has a real, you know, genuine spirit. That's how I knew. And plus, she can cook. You know, I like to eat. Bible said man can't live without bread alone. She cooks more than bread. She cooks chicken. She does spaghetti. I mean, all of that is essential to being the one. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and she was good, you know, she's good, and I knew she was the one.
I knew Julius was the one when he just continuously showed me the type of person he is. When I recognized and realized the type of man he is, the person that he is, I knew he was the one. When did I know he was the one? After our first conversation. He made me a little curious. Like, I'm curious just to see what's going on. So I'll take, not after our first conversation, probably after our second, then I'm like, he's something special. He's totally different from everybody else. He's something special.
I mean, I would have like just dreams. I woke up and I saw number one. I just see one, and then later on, I knew that was the one.
Julius said, "I love you" first. I was on my way back to Atlanta, and he was at work. And I stopped at his job so I could say goodbye before I left. And how did he say it? He was standing at the window, and I think he said something like, oh man, I forgot how he said it. That's bad.
Who said I love you first? Who you think said I love you first? She did. I mean, I think when we first met, I mean, she was like, I love you. It kind of threw me off guard, you know, but I mean, look at me though. I mean, when you say that, I mean, you wouldn't say that. I hope not, but.
He said something real sly or slick, like, "'Cause you know I love you." Something real sly, like passing by, and I was like, "Oh, I love you too," you know. It was sweet. I can't remember how he said it, but it was really sweet how he said it, kind of like trying to just get it out there like I wasn't noticing that he was telling me he loved me.
I think we might have said it together. It was just in the atmosphere. You know, I think it was at the birthday thing in Charlotte. You know, we just said, I said she said I love you. I was gonna say I want some ice cream. She said I love you. And then I just followed. You know, but still we're still in sync. So I felt it too. So
Me and Julius have so much fun together. We laugh a lot, and I think I know him just like that. So I'm looking forward to having fun with my friend. I'm looking forward to building our empire together, as I like to call it. I'm looking forward to working with him as a team with Nice Touch Productions, singing, writing, and I'm just looking forward to just working with him and building our empire together. I totally love him. I think he's like the most awesomest person ever created, and I'm so happy that he sees the same thing in me. And that we're gonna be together, and I'm just looking for a lifetime of happiness and prosperity together that we build together. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to just spending the rest of my life with Letitia. She's such an adventure. She brings out the kid in me. I mean, really, she watched a whole bunch of kid movies. I'm like, geez, but it's all fun though, you know. I love her energy. I love her perception. We're totally opposite. You know, she balanced me off. So I'm looking for, you know, just excitement. I'm looking for, you know, just growth and just love. You know, we're friends, so I think that's really important. So I'm just looking forward to spend my life with her, just enjoying life.
This is where our love story began. Destined to be in love till the end. Together we will never be apart. From the start, we were truly meant to be.